Today's video is going to be focusing on one single stock, a brand new addition to my portfolio. We're going to be starting off with a stock option play that could lead to me investing $24,000 in this single name. Taking a look here, you can see an update to my latest portfolio, which has recently surpassed $400,000, and we're up 21.6% so far on the year. So buying $24,000 worth of this single stock would be a sizable addition to the portfolio. But before we unveil the name, do me a huge favor. Show your appreciation by simply clicking that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into it. Hey everyone, Mark Roussin here, back for another video. As always, I'm a CPA and not a financial advisor, so please do not take this as financial advice. And before we begin, let me thank today's video sponsor, which is the Motley Fool. The Motley Fool has a ton of great resources and products available for investors of all different levels. And right now, you can check out their 10 best stocks to buy by simply going to fool.com/Mark. All right, let's get back to our video, and we're going to be continuing on this theme that you guys have been commenting on, where you like the discussion of talking about stocks and also mixing in some option plays as well. And I'm not going to sit around and have you wait. I'm going to talk about it right now. The stock that we will be covering that I've done a recent option play on, and I'm going to show you that exact play, and one that could have me investing $24,000 into my portfolio is going to be Duolingo, stock ticker DUOL. And when it comes to Duolingo, this is the world's most popular language learning app, has been one of the best performing education tech stocks in the market. Since going public in 2021, shares have soared as the company has turned its gamified learning platform into a cash flow machine. However, the stock is still in its infancy stages when it comes to being a public company, and it's been a little bit more volatile over the past year plus. But we've had a sizable pullback, and I think the reasons are there's a few misconceptions about this stock. Is the time to buy the stock right now? We're going to discuss that right here. Duolingo was founded back in 2011. Its mission was to bring education and make it accessible to everyone. Its app has over 40 different languages, and they have over 120 million monthly active users. But here's the key. The business model is built around a freemium approach. Most users can learn for free, but premium subscriptions, this is what generates the bulk of the company's revenue. And right now, the company has nearly 11 million paid subscribers, something they have nearly doubled in just the past 2 years alone. The increase in paid subscribers has led to an increase in revenue, something that has increased nearly 4.5 times in the past 5 years on its way to reaching $1 billion in top-line sales. As you likely know, if you've been watching my videos for some time now, revenues isn't the end-all be-all for me. As much as I like companies that continue to show revenue growth because it speaks to the demand, more importantly for me is companies that are operating efficiently. And when you can get both, that's fantastic. And that's exactly what Duolingo is doing. When you take a peek here, we can see that just 2 years ago, Duolingo was operating in a loss position. It was not until last year when they turned their first profit. And operating margins today sit at 9.5% and rising. The company also prints cash, as they have impressively been cash flow positive since going public, and the numbers have skyrocketed to $328 million over the trailing 12 months. Just 3 years ago, the company was at less than $50 million. Today, they're over $325 million. Here's a look at the company's latest quarter, where we can see they had record profits. Daily active users grew by 40%. Average revenue per user increased more than 5%. And bookings increased 9%. All of this has been in the face of AI. There's been plenty of naysayers out there believing that ChatGPT is going to replace the likes of Duolingo. And in fact, Duolingo leans quite heavily on AI to generate more and more courses. On the other end of the spectrum, the naysayers are looking at something like Apple's AirPods, which you'll be able to wear and they can translate languages that someone's speaking to you. This isn't new invention. In fact, Google had done this back in 2017. So again, Apple is late to the party. But even with all of that, it hasn't dented Duolingo in any shape or form. Duolingo, we saw, continues to have record profits. Duolingo continues to see record revenue growth. And people that are taking Duolingo are looking to learn to speak, learn to communicate, learn to write. That's not what an AirPod's going to do for you. During the company's last quarter, management once again raised its full year guidance. Down below, you can see where the initial guidance was at the start of the year, and up top is the latest guidance improvements. Revenues are up, bookings up, adjusted EBITDA up, and margins are up. This is why I often say, block out the noise. There are plenty of people out there that want to give their opinion on anything that's not backed up by facts. Stocks are no different, but what we're trying to do here on this channel is bring the facts. And when it comes to a management team, they are not going to raise guidance in the face of AI if they're scared, if they're worried about a threat. No, they're seeing the underlying performance and the growth in the company. AI is actually a great tool for Duolingo. When it comes to the stock, the company currently has a market cap of $15 billion. And over the past 12 months, even though it's had its ups and downs, shares are up 15%. Taking a look here at valuation, you can see the average analyst estimates for the next few years. Using 2026 estimates, the stock trades at a forward PE multiple of 70 times. Using the 2017 estimates, the stock trades at 51 times. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Over the next 2 years, growth is expected to average around 40% from an earnings perspective. This gives the stock a PEG ratio of about 1.75. So knowing that, how would I personally rate the stock? When it comes to rating the stock as whether I would buy it right now, and I would rate it a buy, sell, or hold, when it comes to Duolingo, at the current price, I would be rating them a hold. The valuation isn't as intriguing right here. But again, that doesn't speak to the lack of growth. There's plenty of growth there, but a lot of it is priced in currently. But what if I told you that over the course of the next month, the stock would trade at $240? Would you be interested in purchasing the stock then? The answer for me would be absolutely. The PE ratio would be much more enticing. The PEG ratio would be much more enticing. And that's exactly what I'm doing with my stock options play. What I'm doing is I'm going to be utilizing options by selling a cash secured put. This is a trade that I alerted within my Options Edge community last week. And again, you can check out that link to join the community down below. Right now, you can sell the 11/21, the November 21st, $240 put and generate around $7.90 in income, which equates to $790 in income right away. However, by opening this trade, if the stock were in fact to fall, I could be on the hook to buy 100 shares per contract of Duolingo stock at a price of $240 per share, which again, I would be happy to do. This would equate to an investment of $24,000 in Duolingo stock. Now, if the stock doesn't in fact drop by the expiration date, or I decide to close the option early, I take my profits, I rinse and repeat, and we continue to do this again. This is how we can generate income on a month in, month out basis. This is what allows that thought of early retirement to go from a dream to a potential reality. You don't have to look at options to show you that we have to turn $5 into $5 million overnight. Anyone that tells you they're going to do that, that's simply just a lie, and I would run the other way. My approach to options is to take a much more conservative approach. Generate regular income on a monthly basis. So let me know, number one, what you thought of this video down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Duolingo stock and if you already own it. Thanks again for watching. And again, if you found any value, simply show your appreciation by clicking that like button down below. I truly appreciate it. Really helps with the growth of the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.